The US is now closing a critical oil backdoor, and the impact could rewrite energy strategy from Moscow to Tehran to New Delhi. Hello and welcome, I am Harshita Pratap Singh. In a major shift in global energy policy, the United States has decided not to renew temporary sanction waivers that previously allowed the trade of Russian and Iranian oil already loaded at sea. This move signals a return to stricter enforcement of Washington's sanctions regime, and it comes at a time when global oil flows are already under severe strain due to ongoing geopolitical tensions in the Middle East. US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent confirmed the decision, stating that the general license on Russian oil will not be renewed. He clarified that the exemption was limited only to oil already in transit before March 11, and the window has now effectively closed. A similar position has been taken on Iranian crude, with Washington signaling a tighter return to its so-called maximum pressure policy. Officials have warned that countries continuing to purchase Iranian oil or holding Iranian funds in their banking systems could face secondary sanctions. The earlier waivers were introduced in March as a temporary measure to stabilize global supply chains amid disruptions linked to escalating regional conflict. They allowed a 30-day license for Russian crude loaded before March 12, which expired on April 11. Another waiver covering Iranian shipments loaded before March 20 is set to lapse on April 19th, with no extensions planned. For India, these waivers provided a narrow but crucial window to secure discounted and alternative crude supplies during a period of volatile global markets. During that time, Indian refiners reportedly purchased around 60 million barrels of Russian crude. India also received limited Iranian shipments for the first time in about 7 years, bringing in roughly 4 million barrels during the waiver period. According to vessel tracking data cited by Bloomberg, shipments were delivered to major Indian ports including Paradip, operated by Indian Oil Corporation, and Sikka, used by Reliance Industries and Bharat Petroleum through single-point mooring facilities. However, not all shipments arrived with the deadline. One vessel carrying Iranian crude is still reported to be waiting off India's western coast with uncertainty over its final discharge point. India's crude imports from Russia had surged sharply in March, while overall imports dipped slightly, reflecting shifting supply dynamics amid Middle East tensions and restricted shipping routes. With both waivers now ending, refiners in India will need to recalibrate sourcing strategies at a time when global supply chains remain fragile. At the same time, India continues to push for greater energy self-reliance, expanding shipments in renewable energy, nuclear capacity, and thermal generation to reduce import dependence. So what we are witnessing is not just the end of a waiver period, but a tightening of global energy pressure points. With sanctions back in full force and maritime routes still under stress, the next phase of the oil market could be defined by scarcity, strategy, and high-stakes diplomacy. Thank you for watching NewsX.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.